Hello, my beautiful witches. Blessed to be. This is WhiteRaven over here. Today's Monday, so happy Magic Monday to all of you guys. How are you, witches? How was your New Year's celebration? I hope it was great, even if you spent the time in bed like I did. I hope you had a great time, whatever it is that you were doing, and I wish you a beautiful 2022. So hopefully we'll have a good year this time, and hopefully things will start getting back to normal. I think we have to really keep in the back of our heads healing for this planet. I think that whenever you do meditation, trying to send out there some healing for this planet, some harmony for this planet. Not necessarily this planet, but the inhabitants of this planet, in particular the human race. We're a little bit rowdy lately, and when 2020 came in and we were faced with this devastating virus of COVID, I really thought that humanity, you remember in the beginning of COVID, everybody was in quarantine, everybody was back home. We saw Earth cleaning up, we saw animals in places that animals haven't been for a long time. And in a sense, I was thinking, you know what? A human race really needed this time to get back in touch with Mother Nature and let Mother Nature heal a little bit. And it seems like now we're in the year 2022, and it seems like the human race is a little bit rowdy lately. A lot of people want to do what they want to do, and it doesn't seem like we learn any type of lesson in the middle of COVID. Every New Year's Eve, last year for the year 2021, and now this year for the year 2022, the one thing that I think the most is about the people that should have been here with us, but because of COVID, they're not here anymore. You know, it's people that if COVID would have never come by, they will still be here with us. So I invite you, witches, every time you do some type of meditation, please send some healing into this planet, particularly to the human race, so we can somehow find some kind of healing within ourselves in order to help heal this planet. I don't know about you, witches, but I don't like to watch TV, because the more I watch TV, the more I watch news, the more frustrating it gets. And it's really hard for me to comprehend that people out there still so stubborn about so many things. And I'm not here telling you need to get vaccinated or not. That's not what I'm here for. You do what you think is best for you. But still, there's not a lot of understanding between humans. If you don't want to get vaccinated, that's fine. If you don't want to wear your mask, that's okay. I'm not telling you to do any of those. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is the attitude that we have towards each other. We are one race. So in reality, we are all brothers and sisters and everything in between. So there is no camaraderie between humans anymore. There is not empathy towards each other. And whenever you are meditating, please, if you remember, try to say some love and healing into the planet, because it's much needed at this time. If you are new to this channel, my name is WhiteRaven, and I welcome you, witch. I am here to teach you everything about witchcraft from my perspective, what it is to be a witch. I'm going to show you some concoctions, hexes, curses, good spells, and a lot of crazy stuff, because I am a little bit crazy. So if this is something that interests you, please make sure to stick around, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every week. And so today, witches, after talking all that cutesy talk in the beginning of my video, today I'm going to be sharing with you a hex, and it's so delicious. I really enjoyed this hex a lot, and I had to share it with you guys. I read a lot. I am addicted to books, particularly spell books. I watch everything that has to do with spells. That's what I do. I watch, I read, I listen. That's what I do. I love spells. I make my own spells, and I share with you some other spells that I think are extremely awesome. And I got my hands into this book, Hex Twisting, from the awesome Rajchel. And it's a pretty cool book. And which is, I want to make a parenthesis before I go ahead with the video. I'm going to share with you guys so many books, okay? I'm not telling you to buy every single book that I share over here, but I am addicted to book, and this is what I do. Every book that comes out there, I try to get my hands into most of the books. So Diana Rajchel has another book that I really think I'm going to have to get. It's called Urban Magic. It's kind of like a city witch type of magic, so that is something that I really want to get. But to be honest, it's the first book that I get from her. I'm really enjoying it. I love her magic. I really love her approach. This book is all about counter magic spells for the irritated witch. And let me tell you, I'm pretty sure you've been there. I've been there. I have shared some videos with you guys when I'm being really irritated with people. And so today I'm going to share with you a really awesome hex to get two troublemakers that are aggravating you to turn that hate towards you towards each other. So when they look at each other, they feel that dislike that they have for you. And instead of throwing it at you, they throw it at each other. So let's twist some things around. So I'm going to follow her spell. And then I'm going to give you different options for you to end this little ritual. Okay, which is for this little ritual, we are going to need two little puppets representing each troublemaker. Diana Rajchel tells you in her book that you can do this with a paper puppet, but I make my own puppets. I think they're super adorable. And depending how we're going to do this spell, you're going to need a Ziploc bag. And I'm going to give you the specifics in a second. Since I make the puppets out of fabric, so we're going to need a little piece of paper, and we're going to need a pencil. I also, witches, have two safety pins over here. Also, I have a jar, and I'm going to tell you how I'm going to use this jar at the end. I have a glass jar. Diana Rajchel does not ask you to get a jar for this spell. Also over here, this is something that's coming in the website pretty soon. I have an oil formula for when you're working with voodoo dolls or puppets to have the magic stick really good to them. So this is something that's going to be in the website. You do not need this. I just happen to have it, so I'm going to use it for this particular hex. You're going to need a strand of your hair. Okay, very important. If you happen to be bald or not have any hair, have your hair shaved, please make sure you have something that belongs to you. Something that has your imprint on it is very important. Also, you're going to need some cords. You can have, of course, we're going to be binding these two people together. It's going to be so much fun. So you can have some red cord or you can use some black cord, okay? And that's it, which is those are the things that we are going to be needing for this particular hex. Now, I'm going to show you the different options that you have with this spell. Obviously, the sky is the limit. We're going to be following the basics from the hex in the hex twisting book, but you can add and you can modify your spell towards your needs. Okay, I think it's really important that if you feel like you need to modify the spells to suit your needs, you go ahead and you do it. Okay, so I'm going to start by getting in the mood for this ritual, which is I'm going to start by lighting up my candle. These are things that you don't necessarily have to have. You don't have to have a candle, skull candle if you don't want, but as many of you guys know, I've been making candles. I have my two dolls over here. Each doll is going to represent one of those troublemakers. If you know the name of the person, you're going to write it down in a little piece of parchment. If you do not know the name of the person, you're going to name them as Troublemaker 1 and Troublemaker 2. Troublemaker number 1 and Troublemaker number 2. Roll this paper, grab your pin, and you are going to pin that little Troublemaker paper into the specific doll. Grab your other dolly, repeat the same process, grab the paper. Please be careful not to kill yourself with this safety pin, witches. Okay, witches, now we have the two dollies that we need. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my voodoo doll oil and I am going to put a drop in each head. The purpose of this oil is to have the magic to stick really good into these dolls. The next thing that we're going to do, we're going to put your hair between the two dollies. I was brushing my hair today after I washed my hair, so this is some of the hair that came out. And no, hair is so gross, right? I think it's gross. You're gonna put that hair on top of one of the dolls, and the purpose of the hair is to act as a decoy. So now you're going to put each doll face to face with your hair in between. So the whole purpose is that whenever they see each other, they see you. So all that hatred that they have towards you, they throw it at each other. This is going to be so freaking fun. Of course, now we're going to bind these two creatures together. Troublemaker 1 and Troublemaker 2. When you are binding these dolls, witches, the idea is for you to be chanting what you want to happen. So troublemaker number 1 or so and so, and troublemaker number 2, I here bind you guys together, and every time you see each other, all the evil that you're throwing at me, you're going to throw at each other now and forever until I say so. So might it be. You're going to be binding these dolls together, and this is going to be something a lot of fun to watch how this is going to develop. I really would like to see somebody trying to bug a witch, and you having to do a spell like this is going to be so very amazing. Once you bind these two dolls together, witches, the next thing that we're going to do, and this is what Rajchel tells you in her book, you're going to put them in your freezer. So you can put them in a Ziploc bag, or you can put them in aluminum foil inside your freezer and just toss them in there in the back of your freezer forever, or until they stop bothering you. Personally, I'm going to do something different today because today's a very snowy day in my side of the planet. Maybe not for you, but for me it is. So I'm going to put these two guys head down first in a container like this, in a jar. I'm going to go outside now, and I'm going to fill this container with snow, and I'm going to leave the jar outside. So I have all this snow over here, and I am definitely freezing, so I'm going to get these dolls in this snow. You see them? We're going to keep them in here. Close your jar and leave them outside so they can get all the wrath of the weather. They're going to be frozen in their tracks, and they're going to be frozen at hating each other. That's going to be awesome. And there you go, witches. This is a very simple hex that you can do right now in the privacy of your home to get two troublemakers and two people that really dislike you, get them to dislike each other instead. It's going to be extremely, extremely fun to perform. Please check out the Rajchel book, see if you like it. Hex Twisting, Counter Magic Spells for the Irritated Witch. And watch out for my puppet oil, my voodoo doll oil. I still don't know the name that I'm going to give this oil, but it's going to be an oil that's going to assist you having that magic stick really good into your voodoo dolls. Thank you very much for all your support. Thank you so much for all your emails. Thank you so much for all your love. I really feel that within my heart, witches. I'm always here for you. If you have any questions, please email me at lairofthewitch@yahoo.com. Remember that I have a beautiful website. Thank you so much for everybody that is cleaning me out again from all my tarot decks, my tabula morta, and all the stuff that I just recently put in the website, which is WhiteRaven and witcheslair.com. And remember, I have Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest, and I'm always there for you, witches. Just look me up and check me out. And if you have any questions, you know where to get me. Other than that, please make sure that you stay very smart, which is knowledge is power. But above all, you must stay so very wicked. Bye.